Yo, what's up guys? Salvajee from the Salvajee Cartel. You guys know the intro. 2.0 patch notes. I'm just gonna say them and I'm not even gonna say my comments on it. Let's get started. 2.0, the one to prepare for Oryx. This update contains Destiny Year 2. It contains sweeping changes that will impact the way we play. Prepare for the arrival of the Taken King. Player character. Character level cap raised to 34 for all players. Your character level will be grandfathered into your highest possible light level from all gear in your inventory. Character level cap will be increased to 40 on 9/15. Requires the Taken King. Character level and light are now separate stats. Light now calculated by the average of the attack and defense scores of all your gear. Weapons, ghosts, class items, and artifacts now contribute to light. Grimoire score has been moved from the character's nameplate and now displays in character screen. Attack power values on weapons and gear have been renormalized in preparation for the Taken King. Year 1 attack and defense values caps have been renormalized for Year 2. Previously 365 and now 170 attack. All defense values are now in the same scale as attack. Weapon changes, numbers, and combatants have been scaled against renormalized attack and defense values. Outgoing and incoming damage has been changed to reflect new light system. Ability damage is directly computed from your light score. Player health is directly computed from your light score. Weapon damage is heavily weighted by both your light score and attack value of the weapon. Classes, general, intellect, strength, and discipline now only change their effects in their fixed tiers. Intellect, strength, and discipline stats now display their tier and the exact duration of the effect on the tooltip of the character screen. Orb generation is now capped to the maximum of 8 orbs once when wearing an exotic armor that increases orb spawning rates. Increase recovery stats at a low by 1 second and reduce high-end reduce timer by 2 seconds. These were renormalized recovery stats effects to make more completing character stats choices. Pulse grenade secondary effect distance are now globally 8 meters. Thermal and void it's 7 to 8 meters. Arc it's 9 to 8 meters. Detonation distance still unchanged at 7 meters. Pulse grenade fuse times have been reduced. Thermal pulse, incendiary grenade, base detonation has been damage has been increased to unify stats with other pulse grenades. Fixed an issue where perks that grant additional super energy for grenade kills did not work correctly in the Crucible. Alright. Titans, Defender, Line Attacks, Fist of Havoc, Shockwave, and Arc Blade Razor's Edge, and also Showstopper, from what I've seen on Twitter, can now no longer penetrate the Ward of Dawn. Yes, this also makes, the Titan Defender bubble more useful. Alright, Hunter, Gunslinger, Golden Gun damage increased from 350 to 360 to ensure it consistently killed opponents in the Crucible. Hashtag Blade Dancer. Arc Blade can now generate up to 6 orbs when geared with an exotic armor that increases the orb spawning rate. Blink movement ability action delay increased by 0.7 seconds to 0.26 seconds to 0.33 seconds. Yes! Blink movement ability visuals now changed to better telegraphing direction, clearer activation effects, and trial FX. Blink Strike now does arc damage. It's about time. Arc bolt grenades, thermal, and arc grenade. Damage reduced by 25% to 75 damage. Arc bolt range reduced by 11% to 8 meters. Flux grenade tracking shape volume has been changed to reduce tracking aggressiveness. Warlock in general. Armor bonus perk strength of the ram. Found in exotic helmet. The ram has been reduced from 5 to 3. Great, and I just got the ram like 2 days ago. Thank you, Bungie. Fixed an issue where Sun Singers who self-resurrected with Fireborn were given a free orb upon respawn. Fireborn Sun Singers must now successfully kill to spawn orbs. Weapons. Read our detailed review of the weapons to change philosophies. We're not going to do that. Auto rifles, base damage increased across all archetypes. Damage fall-off now starts closer to the player to emphasize its role as a close-range weapon. Base stability reduced slightly. Landing consistent precision shots require more weapon control. Damage done to AI combatants increased by 30%. Pulse rifle, all stable, low recoil. Pulse rifles like Hopscotch Pilgrim now use medium rate of fire. Medium rate of fire pulse rifles has slightly increased, but with damage reduced slightly by 2.5%. PvP burst to kill all precision hits is 2 to 3 depending on the victim's armor stat. Magazine increase on all base stats. Base stability reduced slightly. Landing consistent precision shots requires more weapon control. Damage done AI combatants increased by 25%. Scout rifles. Base damage increased slightly for medium to high rate of fire scout rifles. Small adjustments does not change shots per kill in PvP against other guardians with full health. Magazine size increase on all base stats. Accuracy when firing from the hip. Damage done to AI combatants increased by 5%. Whew. Okay, a hand cannon now. Damage fall of distance has been reduced to be closer to the player to limit long-range lethality. According while in aim down sights reduced slightly, making long-range snapshotting less reliable. Accuracy when firing from the hip is reduced. Magazine size reduced on all base stat settings. Base optics zoom reduced. Aiming down sights grants more width in favor for depth. Shotguns. Shotgun precision damage, Scalar grants 10% bonus, and it was a 25% bonus. Shot package perk reduces the cone spread by 20%, was 50%. Rangefinder perks adds a 10% base range increase on zoom, and it was 20%. Damage done against AI combatants reduced by 45%. That is a lot. Sniper rifles, the final round perk now buffs precision damage, not base damage. This change only affects perks when combined with sniper rifles. Hell yeah. So that means, you know, your final round perk on your shotgun will do more increased damage. Alright, fusion rifles. Fusion rifles now no longer get more accurate with each projectile fired. Fusion rifles that are slow charging high impact now have a slightly lower base range value, making it hard to max out. Range for these weapons. Accuracy increase for low range fusion rifles. Accuracy reduced for high range fusion rifles. Max fusion rifles projectile increase decrease slightly. Damage done by AI combatants increased by 15%. Sidearms. Base reload speed increase. Ammo stats for sidearms have been reduced to match other secondaries but still remain starting bonus ammo. Rocket launchers. Blast radius distance slightly increased. Grenades and horseshoes perks. Proximity detonation distance reduced to 1.3 meters and it was 2 meters. Machine guns. Fixed an issue where all dead orbit machine guns were attached plasteel plates failed to animate properly on reloads, and damage done by AI combatants increased by 5%. Weapon perks. General. Reduced damage bonuses and penalties granted from weapon barrel upgrades. Over penetration perk now only works on bipeds, no longer works on environment materials. Mulligan perks chance increased by 20%. Changes to year 1 perks. Accelerated coils reduce charge time by 50%. Accurate ballistics reduce range and damage by 50%. Aggressive ballistic reduce damage bonus by 50%. Increased stability and range penalties by 100%. Aggressive launch reduce damage by 50%. Increased stability and projectile speed penalty by 100%. Confined launch increased projectile speed penalty by 25%. Reduce stability bonus by 33%. CQB ballistics reduce range bonus by 25%. Reduce stability bonus by 33%. Enhanced battery reduce magazine bonus by 60%. Extended mag reduce magazine bonus by 33%. Field choke reduce damage bonus by 50%. Reduce range bonus by 60%. Reduce stability penalty by 20%. Field scout no longer affects magazine. Reduce whoa. Field Scout no longer affects magazine. Reduce inventory bonus by 37%. That is bullshit. Fuck you, Bungie. Fitted stock. Reduce stability bonus by 60%. Flare magwell. Reduce reload bonus by 80%. Hammer forge. Reduce range bonus by 50%. Hand loaded. Reduce range bonus by 50%. Hard launch. Reduce projectile speed by 50%. Heavy payload. Reduce blast radius bonus by 50%. Javelin. Reduce projectile speed bonus by 50%. Linear compensator. Reduce damage bonus by 50%. Luck in the chamber. Reduce damage bonus by 3%. Perfect balance. Reduce stability bonus by 40%. Sender. Reduced by range by 40%. Inventory and equip penalties added. Smart drift control. Reduce stability by 40%. Reduce range penalty by 33%. Smart drift control. Rocket launcher. Reduce stability bonus by 40%. Reduce projectile speed penalty by 33%. Small bore. Reduce stability and range bonuses by 25%. Smooth ballistic. Stability and bonus made it to penalty. Range penalty now is a bonus. Soft ballistics. Reduce damage by the penalty of 50%. Soft launch. Stability bonus made into reality. Projectile speed penalty is now a bonus. Speed reload. Reduce reload by 80%. Warhead verniers. I've never seen that one. Reduce blast radius bonus by 37%. Reduce projectile speed bonus by 60%. And reduce stability penalty by 20%. Let's move on forward to the exotic weapons. The Hard Light. Base stability increased to 80%. Hard light projectiles now have an increased bounce count. Hard light projectiles are now affected by damage fall off. Hard light projectiles FX is now updated to make it easier to track on projectiles. Pseudo's regime. Stability reduced. Added a range boost to the focus fire mode on the talent grid. Necrochasm. Base stability increased to 60%. Magazine size increase. Cursebringer will now activate on all precision shots. Cursebringer explosions. Radius has been increased. Rangefinder has been replaced by Send Moment. Last word. Reduced range by 10%. Base stability reduced by 10%. Race ability reduced by 10. Sorry about that. Accuracy while in hip fire is increased. Precision damage, aim assist while in hip fire is increased. Fixed an issue where the damage bonuses while hip fire was not applying correctly. Thorn base damage of Thorn damage over time reduced by 33% or 1/3 for both PvE and PvEP. Thorn damage over time now stacks up to 5 times. This is a net buff, but it now spreads over multiple shots to eliminate the 2-shot walk away. Thorn damage over time now correctly responds as poison. Hawkmoon. Luck in the chamber and holding aces perks now are sticking to a limit of 2. Only 2 bonus perks, which means you can no longer one-shot people. And holding aces will now have will now add 2 rounds. Icebreaker. It takes 7 seconds instead of 5 seconds now. Gallahorn damage of Wolfpack rounds reduced roughly by 13%. This means that the damage has been reduced by 33%. Black Hammer, White Nail perk now fills the magazine from your ammo reverses. No Land Beyond fixed an issue where the player overlap and parallax issues on sight during aiming down sights. Base handling increase. The Master perk now has an increased base precision bonus to Scalar from 2.6 to 3 times. Lord of Wolves, Rally perk now grants 5 recovery to allies in close proximity. Thunderlord, Arc Detonation chance for lightning round kill increased by 50%, which means Firefly will be increased by 50%. Magazine size increased to offset ammo stat changes. Vex Mythoclast, projectile speeds increased to compensate for global fusion rifle changes. Stability increased to compensate for global fusion rifle changes. Universal Remote, base range increased by 20. Yes, I love that gun. Monte Carlo, stability increased to compensate for the global auto rifle changes. Fixed an issue where the method perk did not only trigger when killing enemies or combatants, can no longer trigger when killing destroyable objects. LOL. Bad Juju, stability increased to compensate for the global pulse rifle changes. Red Death, stability increased to compensate for the global pulse rifle changes. Fixed an issue where rate of fire and impact stats were displayed incorrectly from the stat values. Plan C, reduced range increased to compensate global effect for fusion rifle changes. Stability increased to compensate for global fusion rifle changes. Exotic armor, many pieces of exotic armor is now recolor when a shader is applied. Alright, Intermountain was called for gain a second melee charge for Stormfist and Sunstrike. It doesn't apply to Void Melee yet. This is a bug I believe we have fixed in 2.1. Spine of Young Ahamkara, bonus to Trip Mine Grenade duration increase, gain a second grenade charge for Trip Mine Grenade. Yes, this is actually makes it useful. Heart of the Praxis Fire, gain bonus ability when Radiance is activated. Thank you very much. Alright, activities from year 1, Activity World. Year 1 activities has been converted into the quest system. Year 1 quest lines do not require ownership of the Taken King. You can replay the story for more experience and reputation by looking to the quest of Collections of the Tower. The ghost is now voiced by Nolan North. Obviously I knew this. Fallen Wolf Hunt patrols will now retreat in the anticipation of Oryx. Fixed an issue where the medic and the blast shield PvP medals displayed in playing PvE activities. Strikes. Now players are required to participate in the boss fights to be eligible for an end of activity loot. Bonus loot and reputation can now be earned via Vanguard streak bonuses for players who continue to recycle their strikes abilities while exiting to orbit. Arc, Void, and Solar Skulls only increase player damage by 2 times, down from 3 times. Combatants damage to player is unchanged at 3 times. In other words, Void Burn will do 2 times damage for us, and the enemy Void Burn will do 3 times damage. Fixed an issue where the incident for completing a strike, earning the Strikes Inductions Grimoire card was not triggering in Strikes playlist. Prison of Elders. We don't give a shit about Prison of Elders, so I'm not going to read that shit. Quest screen added to the menu. The quest screen allows you to view all activities. I'm just kidding. I'm going to read the Prison of Elders. Relax. Fixed an issue where the Servitor Bond's weekend buff did not clear. Skolash is pushed into phase 2. Fixed an issue where the web mine effects extended beyond the area. Fixed an issue where the rewards for Skolash Revenge does not grant hidden secret to players who already have Curious Galliot. That's the ship. Glimmer consumable drop rates reduced drastically from the arena. Remove Elder Cipher exotic bounty. These exotic bounties now have a chance to drop from the large chest. Players who were any step of the Elder Cipher should receive their weapons automatically. And King's Fall Raid will release at 10 a.m. Pacific on 9/18/15. Quest screen added to the menu. Of course, the quest screen allows you to view all active quests. Quests may be abandoned, but they are recoverable at the abandoned quest archives in the tower. Each quest has detail screens that describes the current and previous quests for the steps. Up to 4 quests can now be viewed in the director and while in navigator mode. Year 1 activities have been converted into the quest system. New quest lines have been added for each year 1 subclass. Reputation panel has been moved from the inventory screen to the quest screen. Bounties. Bounty slot increased to 16. Incomplete year 1 bounties are auto-abandoned on 9/8 in the preparation of the Taken King. Incomplete year 1 exotic bounties, that means you will get your exotic automatically. Bounties are now turned in the competition reward via the quest screen. Bounties can now be tracked via new progress UI in navigator mode. Ares year 1 bounties will be retired. Reputation with the Kuroda's Bane will continue to be earned on the Taken King. Tower changes in general. Open the reputation from year 1 can carry over. Collections have been added to the tower. Shaders and emblems collections can be found near Eva Levante in the north of the tower. Ships and Sparrows collections can be found near Amada Holiday in the tower hangar. Exotic and weapon armor, of course, they are in the blueprint. The vault space has been increased. 72 weapons, 72 armors, 36 general. Bounty vendor standard 99 has a new stock of daily bounties. Map droids have been removed from the North Tower Plaza. We don't really care about those map droids. Loot announcements now appear in the tower, but have a maximum range of 10 meters. Gunsmith, starting on 99 reputation, will be earned with Banshee by using the field test weapon. Speaker, new ghosts are on sale with the speaker. Year 1 emblems have been moved to Eva Levante. Factions, faction emblems are no longer purchasable, but will come from action packages instead. Former Vanguard emblems are now unlocked at level 10 and 20 of their respective class quest chains. Kuroda's Bane, Ares bounties have been retired, obviously because of, Oryx and the Dreadnought. Ares reputation can now be earned by killing bosses in the Kuroda's End Raid or throughout the new methods in the Taken King. Ares reputation requirements for each rank have been adjusted to be faster. Characters will retain any rank they currently have with Ares. Ares reputation will no longer be capped at rank 4, and players will receive award packages for the rank increases. Players will be able to earn rewards by continuing to level up the Kuroda's Bane. This probably means that we're going to be able to get shaders from Ares and also ships. Queen's Wrath, with the launch of the Taken King, Petra will have new bounties available in the reef upon completing the new quest. These bounties will also drop a treasure key on the first time they're completed each week. Inventory, class-specific armor materials have been depreciated in favor of a unified material. On September 15, Vanguard Quartermaster Roni 9940 will exchange all materials for new ones. Fixed a bug when an item upgrade UI was triggering when nothing was actually earned. Armor dismantle now makes sound when dismantling is complete. Year 2 weapon telemetries have been combined per weapon slot instead of weapon type. For example, pulse rifle telemetry is now no longer pulse rifle telemetry. It's going to be primary telemetry. Alright, Crucible preview event. Taken King maps will be available for all players to preview for free on 9/8 to 9/15. Rift game mode will be available for all players to preview from 9/8 to 9/15. Crucible daily will not be available from 9/8 to 9/15. Mayhem Clash game mode will be available for all players to preview for free from 9/11 to 9/15. That sucks because I wanted to play Mayhem, but whatever. General, House of Wolves maps, Widow's Court, and all of those maps that I never really liked are all available to Destiny players. Year 1 platform exclusive maps, the Timekeeper and Exodus Blue, are now available to all Destiny players. In other words, Xbox guys. Added a mercy rule. Obviously I talked about this, so check out my mercy rule video. When the mercy rule hits, the winning team will get a medal, the other team will just get humiliated. Legendary loot drop rates increased, in PvP. PvP post-game scoreboards now use abbreviated names. Hover over these stats headers to see more detailed information what each stat tracks. The PGCR now does display the score column in the modes that does not have individual players. Shacks will now comment on multi-kills and kill streaks. Victory imminent. Voice overkill no longer play when there's less than 30 seconds remaining in the Crucible. Director, Salvage and Rift are now in the core Crucible playlist. Taken King maps are now included in the core Crucible playlist. Yes, this is perfect. Alright, medals. Added a new set of Crucible medals. Buckshot Bruiser, Machine Lord, Sharpshooter, and Master Blaster medals can now be earned in multiple times in a row if you are awesome enough. Obviously, I'm awesome enough, so I can do it. Fixed an issue where the first place skill score bonus would trigger the Uprising medal. Maps, Widow's Court. Added invisible physics to keep players from hiding in the ivy overlooking the country yard in the heavy ammo. Salvage. Reduce salvage score limit from 10,000 to 7,500 as our data showed too many games were ending to the time limit. Modified the base of 3v3 options to have a 7-second timer to respawn. Skirmish. Modified the base 3v3 options to have a 7-second minute respawn timer. Inferno. Change the special ammo crate timing for Inferno Clash, Inferno Control, Inferno Rumble up to 2 minutes. Small team modes will remain at 3 minutes. Remove heavy ammo crates from all Inferno playlists. That means there will be no more heavy ammo in Inferno playlists. Rumble. Placing in the top 3 in Rumble playlist now counts as a win for quest step purposes. Control Bastion, First Light, Skyshock have been added to control playlists with pikes and interceptors disabled. Zone captured and zone neutralized scoring will now display in the zone. Trials of Osiris passage coins are now discarded by the stock rather than by the item. Jesus Christ. UI. Super icons in kill messengers now have a displayed in yellow. Added icons to kill messages with precision kills. Super kill messages now display the name and use for the super voice channel settings in navigator mode when moved to the navigator mode or whatever. Fuck that. Technical general. Cinematics can now be skipped. Show and hide helmet options in the tower. Unused update combat packs will now be removed from PS3 and Xbox. Fixed crash on the PS3. Properly report free space required on the PS3 when you're out of space. Improve Xbox One messaging. Fixed an Xbox One issue where you had like a suspended or item. If there's a valid playlist, use it for which presence of the activity. Networking. Reduce the latency of kill notification in the Crucible. Improve damage validation of the reduced effective players. Improve accuracy of network quality immediately. Bam! I'm fucking done, guys. Like the fucking video and share it and subscribe to the Salvajee Cartel for more. Peace.